season underway. I'm just wondering how you guys are health-wise. Do you anticipate having a full squad, and how's everybody feeling?
I anticipate having a full squad. We have not limited reps since the game Tuesday with Hunt and Shaq, even though that may be the case kind of moving forward, but we haven't limited reps. So unless something unforeseen happens, then we should be good. Ryland did fine getting through the game, and so this is the closest we've been to healthy, even though timing's off on two of them. But hopefully by next week we'll be a little bit better.
Just to clarify, so you could limit Hunter and Shaquille's reps in the game on
No.
Monday?
In
Okay.
practice.
Oh, in practice.
No. I don't see any holdback on minutes as of today in the game. But let's be real, Shaq's reps will still be limited, not because of injury, just because he hadn't been out there for 9 weeks. So I don't think that he'll play 25 minutes by any stretch like that.
Yeah, I was going to ask, just to follow up on that, what's the process been of getting those guys back integrated? I think with Hunt, you said you missed 9 days, but with Shaq, obviously, in a lot longer than that.
Yeah, well, just through practice and rotating them on. Hunt always going to play on the first group, but probably rotating Shaq in with different combinations. Probably be as much as we do. Yesterday, it was a good long day, and both of them got through everything fine. So and they're both already got treatment and practiced. I mean, I went through their treatment this morning and are full go this afternoon, at least based on what I was told, 10 minutes ago.
Bill, your observations in practice thus far, who would be the king of the 50-50 ball?
Oh, KJ, hands down. And Rockies would be second, probably. Yeah. Rockies is a good athlete, as you guys can see, and he's strong and he's quick. And, he going for a loose ball, some guys flinch. And KJ doesn't flinch, and Rockies doesn't flinch. But you can tell when some guys go for a loose ball, they may flinch. I would think that would be the same way it is in every sport. You hear about those receivers going over the middle and sometimes maybe get alligator arms because just nervous about the other thing. KJ and Rockies, they don't feel that.
And a little bit about your recruitment of David. Does it surprise you at all, his success early on, like shooting a three?
Well, no. That's what he does. No, him shooting the three doesn't surprise at all. But I will say this, against Arkansas and big guards, it had a different result than against Washburn and little guards. So I'm not going to get too geeked up on whatever. The bottom line is if he gets 5 open looks, how can he make 2? And against some teams, 5 looks may become 10, and against some teams, 5 looks may become 3. But how does he do that? Because we definitely need perimeter shooting out there in multiple spots, and he can provide that.
Coach, with how Washburn sent traps at ball screens against you guys on Tuesday, how have you sort of thought about approaching that and making sure that doesn't creep up on you and surprise you?
Oh, it won't surprise. We had practice against it this year, but to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad it happened because maybe other people will do it too, which will be we'll practice it. So that doesn't bother me on our play. It bothers me that, how do we not have our guys ready for that? But the reality of it is we hadn't even talked about that, and we certainly hadn't talked about post traps, in a lot of different ways. But that'll be an emphasis, from today moving forward and how we approach that.
Do you think it'll be pretty obvious? Is there an area, too, where it'll stand out that Hunter improved over the offseason?
I don't think it'll be obvious immediately till he gets his rhythm back, because I do think conditioning and rhythm may be a little bit of a factor early on, but I think the biggest thing that what you'll see is I don't know if it's a huge improvement, but we'll see a better passer just because of the way that we're playing a little bit different than last year.
And what did you want him to do off season?
I would say, continue to work on his athleticism, his body. And I think that what Hunt can do, I think Hunt has unbelievable touch that if the ball gets on the rim, sometimes it just has a tendency to fall in. Soft touch. I don't think he shot it near as well last year as what he's capable of shooting it. I think early in the season he did, but I don't think late in the season he did. And so just him to start maybe making some of the same shots that he didn't make last year, and I think a lot of that was legs too, because he's playing so many minutes.
Kind of an obligatory question at this time of year is, have you decided who you want to start on Monday, and if so, who?
God dang, is your last name Bador?
I'm honored.
You're honored, yeah. Gary, he's honored. No, we haven't decided yet. We haven't decided yet, but I would say if health is good, that you could make a case for Hunt 1 and KJ starting. But we haven't decided yet.
And what about redshirt decisions?
I knew that was coming from Bador at some point in time. We haven't decided, nor do I know for sure that we are going to decide. I think you can make a case that all the guys that could be potential candidates are also guys that could help you win some games. So I haven't made that decision yet, and I'll probably put that decision off until Sunday or Monday.
How have Jamari and Rakis progressed this camp?
I think that they've both been good. I think that with freshmen, a lot of times you can be on a upward trajectory, and then you can hit a plateau, and then you'll fight through it and go back up and then hit a plateau. I think Keese is kind of on one of those upward trajectories right now. Mari's been rock solid, consistent all along, and plus he understands what we're doing. He's a good talker. He's just a good teammate that understands kind of what we're trying to do. So I think they've both done extremely well.
I think Howard's pick to win their league.
Again.
Was that by design, picking a team from that league that's that good? Or?
No, I don't think it was by design, but I will say this, the bye games that you play, hopefully they have successful years and everything in that respect. And of course they've been in the tournament the last last 2 years, and we played them a couple years ago. I didn't get a chance to, but I wasn't a part of that. But we played them a couple years ago, and so I'll look forward to studying them and going against Kenny and they've obviously done a really good job in the time that he's been there. And certainly I was trying to think, you guys may know, when did he finish up at Duke?
They won it twice, didn't they, with him?
I'm trying to, I'm asking. Do you guys know the year? So I couldn't think. I think we played against him, but I don't know if that was when I was at Illinois or early on here. But certainly he's done a terrific job being there. And of course that's going to be a pretty potentially big 24 hours for the university, so we'll see how it goes. We just need to make sure it doesn't initially start off well. So,
are you happy with the McClendon?
what's that? 95. So I don't think we did play. So he finished up a little sooner than what I thought.
Is the McClendon series very important?
Well, I think first of all, the McClendon Foundation is something that we think is very worthwhile, and we think is very positive. We think has provided opportunities for many to get involved in our industry in some way, shape, or form, and giving them that opportunity, which they may not have had if it weren't for the foundation. So plus it has John McClendon's name on it, so a KU guy. So certainly that part is important, and playing an HBCU program, I think, adds to its value without question. And so, and then playing Howard, I think is as quality as you can possibly get. So we're excited about it. It's also the first game, so we'll be excited because of the first game. But I do think that's an added bonus to it being the first game.
Zach, just what do you feel like you learned from these exhibition games, and what do you want to show in the first game of the real season?
That I showed or that we showed?
Just about you personally.
I showed that I'm definitely willing to make a hustle play, whatever that means, diving, rebounding, stuff like that. And for the first game, just, go out there and, help my teammates do the best we can to win.
Zach, do you have much of an idea of what your role is or will be?
Yeah, I think that's just making the other guys on the court better. Whatever that is, passing, rebounding, screening, making those extra plays is what I'm going to do.
How different does that feel compared to day one, freshman year, all those years ago now when you came in and probably thought it was going to be a little different, right?
Yeah, no, the thing is it's a team game, so, everyone's got a role. Some guys is to score, some guys is to rebound, and it just goes around. But mine's definitely going to be to make the others out there better.
I wanted to ask you, too, about Hunter and just what you've seen from him, especially the offseason. Obviously, he has that full year at Kansas under his belt now. What did he focus on in terms of improving and trying to kind of reshape his game or improve his game?
Yeah, the amount I've seen him play since he's been back has been great. His touch around the basket's been almost perfect. His shooting's it's always been good, but it's fallen a lot more. He's got a good mindset going into his last one for sure. You could just see it in his eye.
Zach, you had a great view of the team last year. You went against them every day in practice. How would you describe how much better a shooting team this team this season is compared to last?
I think this team's. We got a bunch of shooters for sure, from Zeke, Rylan, Diggy, just go down the list. Everybody can make a shot, so that's very encouraging for the season. Especially when Hunt gets in there, it's gonna be fun to watch.
Having to play 5 a bit in those exhibition games when Coach Self has said that he kind of views you as a 4, what was that experience like, and what do you think you can bring to the 4 role going forward?
Playing a 5, you got to know different roles and stuff like that. So at the 5, that's what I do is make other people better. But at the 4, I could definitely shoot the ball now. Definitely make the rebounding plays, and I'm bigger, so when I crash, I'm not crashing on 6'11", I'm crashing on 6'6", so it's definitely gonna help me a lot.
Just looking at Flory's development and going against him in practice, how much has he improved since first coming onto campus and now?
So much, just from learning ball, I think. Just from reading plays and reading situations I think's got so much better.